In this movie, I'll show you how to break the link between a copy of a smart object and its original using a command that's not particularly discoverable inside of Photoshop that goes by the name of smart object via copy. So what I'm going to do here is expand this right group and then click on its top layer to make it active. Now, if you duplicate the layer by going up to the layer menu, choosing new and choosing layer via copy, or if you press that command's keyboard shortcut, Control-J or Command-J on the Mac, then you'd create yet another true clone, just as we've been doing in the past. If you don't want this to be a clone, you just want it to be a copy, then what you do is you drop down to the Smart Object sublayer and you choose this command, New Smart Object via Copy. Now, the name of the command really doesn't make that much sense, in my opinion. Layer via copy creates a true clone, and Smart Object via copy ends up breaking the link. But this is the command you want. And if you load a D keys, you can also get to it by pressing Control-Alt, or Command-Option, on the Mac. And that'll go ahead and create another copy of that smart object that doesn't look any different. So there's no way to tell that this particular layer is differently linked other than to just go ahead and rename it, which is what I suggest. And I'm going to call this one File Numbers because that will end up being its purpose. And then I'll drag it out of the group, and you want to make sure that you can see that horizontal line between the left and right groups, like so. And then I'll go ahead and twirl the right group closed. And now I want to create a true clone of this layer. So I'll press Control-J or Command-J on the Mac in order to do so. So now we have two true clones linked to a single original, but an original that is different than all of the other true clones. All right, now we need to properly position these watermarks. And here's how to do that. Click on the lower of the two file numbers layer, and then press Control-T or Command-T on the Mac in order to enter the free transform mode. Now go up to the options bar, click on that Y value and change it to 0, and then press the Enter key or the Return key on the Mac, and that goes ahead and moves the text downward, so it's vertically aligned with the center of the artwork. All right, now grab both of these guys, so shift-click on the other layer there in order to select it. And let's create another group by going up to the Layers panel flyout menu and choosing New Group from Layers. And go ahead and name this group Middle this time around, and then press the Enter key or the Return key on the Mac. Now we need to properly position these layers, and you do that by pressing Control-T or Command-T on the Mac to once again enter the free transform mode. And go ahead and drag this bounding box so that its target point there, that reference point right there in the middle of the bounding box, snaps into alignment with the intersection of the two guidelines, and then press the Enter key or the Return key on the Mac in order to apply that change. And now we have every single one of our text layers properly aligned and distributed. In the next movie, I'll show you how to apply layer effects to multiple layers at a time, once again, using a smart object.